Work, home, sleep, repeat. Work, home, sleep, repeat. Work, home. Surely there's more to life than this. Working nights used to make me feel like I was losing an entire day of my life every single time I finished a shift. I get home in the morning, see the sun coming up, see everyone else starting their day, and mine was already over. And after a while, it generally started to feel like my entire life was just happening somewhere between going to work and recovering from work. So I decided I wasn't giving my mornings away too. And no, my solution isn't sleeping less. Clearly I need it. I just realized that I don't need an entire day to feel like I've actually had a day. Sometimes I just need a couple of hours that feel like they belong to me. So I've developed a few little rules for the mornings after my night shifts that stop me from immediately going from work straight to bed. And considering I've literally just finished working all night, instead of just telling you what I do, I'll show you. I just finished working an entire shift, and logically there should only be one thing I should want to do right now, which is get in there. But honestly, I learned very quickly that if every single time I come home from a night shift and I crawl into bed straight away, it's just going to be the same cycle of work, sleep, wake up, and work again. So I've developed a few rules for my mornings to stop me from wasting them without pretending that I'm not absolutely tired. The first rule is probably the most important one, which is as soon as I get home, I don't get comfortable. Because I know myself, if I sit on this bed, or God forbid, I'm lying horizontal, it's over with. I'm waking up in the next taxi. So once I get back home, I do not get too comfortable. My rule number 2 is make it feel like morning. This sounds ridiculously obvious considering it literally is morning, but after working all night, my body definitely does not care what the clock says. The first thing I do is open these blinds as wide as physically possible and let all of the morning light into my room. And this genuinely makes such a difference for me. If I come home, close the curtains, and keep my room dark, I've basically just created the perfect conditions to convince myself that the day is over. So curtains open, lights on, and then arguably the most important member of this entire operation, my water bottle. I fill this thing with an almost offensive amount of ice and the coldest water I can possibly get, and between the sunlight, the cold water, and getting out of my work clothes, it almost feels like I'm creating a transition. I'm not trying to convince my body that I haven't just worked all night. Trust me, she knows. But instead of going straight from work mode to sleep mode, I give myself this little in-between period where the morning actually feels like a morning. And once I've done that, I can usually get on with whatever I actually wanted to do before I sleep. Right now, I'm just going to go ahead and get ready to go grocery shopping. Normally I grocery shop on the weekends because obviously I did not come back from work at the crack of dawn, so I have more energy. But this is something I do that future me would appreciate, whether that's grocery shopping, whether that's cleaning the studio. I know that if I go grocery shopping now and stack up the fridge a little bit, that will leave me time in the weekend to do something completely different that is productive. So I know future me will appreciate this decision. So I'm going to go ahead and make my way to Costco. I've been loving salmon lately. I don't know what it is. I have a little obsession with salmon. So we're gonna go ahead and buy a few essentials and figure out how to conquer a bit of the to-do list. I don't aim to do absolutely everything because that's not the point of this video. It is not essential to complete every single thing on a to-do list, especially if you've just come home from an excruciating 8-hour night shift. As long as I get at least 1 or 2 things done, beautiful. That's future me doing a lot less work. Let's head on to the grocery store. We have found what I'm looking for. I've been so obsessed with salmon lately, so this is an essential. The Costco I'm in right now is as large as a shopping mall, and it baffles me that I have not been able to find avocados. They don't have any avocados. Like, I genuinely don't want to leave this place if I don't find avocados. We found avocados. This is my favorite type of rice, Tilda's Pure Basmati. As a Nigerian, this is my favorite type of rice. This is usually the time where I start winding down because obviously I have to wake back up at night to get ready for the next shift the next day. But all of these little things that I'm doing are literally just contributing to the fact that I can and will continue to make the most of my mornings, and they don't have to be lost just because I work night shifts. I'm just really appreciative of the fact that I can have structure even with the nocturnal activities. Working nights, it is a hassle, it is exhausting, it's not for everybody, but I'm so appreciative of the fact that I can come come home and still make the most out of my morning against all odds. I just really hope that this video sheds some light, some useful light on the fact that you can have a sustainable and productive day even if you work unholy hours. And I'm trying to balance this whole thing with content creation, so structure is literally the most important thing I can have right now. But if you resonated with this video or found it interesting at all, you should go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next week.